Hi, this is River, and welcome back to Lesson 10 from A Course in Miracles, the workbook. And Lesson 10's message is, my thoughts do not mean anything. My thoughts do not mean anything. This idea applies to all the thoughts of which you are aware, or become aware in the practice periods. The reason the idea is applicable to all of them is that they are not your real thoughts. We have made this distinction before and will do so again. You have no basis for comparison as yet. When you do, you will have no doubt that what you once believed were your thoughts did not mean anything. This is the second time we have used this kind of idea. The form is only slightly different. This time the idea is introduced with my thoughts instead of these thoughts, and no link is made overtly with the things around you. The emphasis is now on the lack of reality of what you think. This aspect of the correction process began with the idea that the thoughts of which you are aware are meaningless outside rather than within, and then stress their past rather than their present status. Now we are emphasizing that the presence of these thoughts means that you are not thinking. This is merely another way of repeating our earlier statement that your mind is really a blank. To recognize this is to recognize nothingness when you think you see it. As such, it is the prerequisite for vision. So we're going to get started. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to repeat the idea slowly to ourselves. So the idea is, so go ahead and close your eyes. The idea is, my thoughts do not mean anything. My thoughts do not mean anything. And then we're going to add, this idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. This idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. And then merely watch your thoughts, and they say, they refer to it as an oddly assorted procession going by. And as each thought comes, you say, my thought about blank does not mean anything. My thought about, and then if it's a person or a situation, does not mean anything. So go ahead and begin, and I'll give a couple of examples. My thought about the ant that I feel on my leg does not mean anything. My thought about organizing my closet does not mean anything. My thought about wanting to play with my kids does not mean anything. My thought about having too much to do and not enough time does not mean anything. Just allow whatever is coming to you and just say that, and to each thought. I'm going to give it a minute and then we'll go from there. And then it says, if you experience any discomfort, reduce the practice period to half a minute instead of 1 minute. And then remember to always start the practice period with restating the idea for today My thoughts do not mean anything, and this idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. Additionally, 5 practice periods are recommended during the day, and again, no more than a minute. So I just started talking right at a minute. I think right before a minute, it was like just a couple, like 5 seconds before a minute. But from my experience, I recommend just like following the guided practice, and not, even if this is like your second or third or fourth time through, just follow the guided practice. Because yeah, it's just little nuggets of, practice periods that are kind of there, and it's all laid out for a reason. And again, I'm with the many with the untrained mind. I don't claim to have a trained mind. I am doing this to discipline my own mind, because I've been very aware of kind of the chaotic nature of my own mind, and when my fearful thoughts, like fear comes in, my mind will race, and even with my practice as like a yoga teacher, practitioner of Reiki, and just everything that I've done, I still want to really look at kind of the discipline of my mind, what I grasp onto, and I allow to kind of like pull me down. So I'm here with everyone here that's sitting, also with a deep desire to learn, to let go of what I think I know, and to learn. Yeah, so that concludes today's practice of lesson 10. My thoughts do not mean anything. I wish you a wonderful day, and and the discipline to practice 5 times when you get time. Take care.